In custom car audio, we need a lot of different tools. If you've watched my videos before, you know that there are tools that I use basically in every single project and every single video. But I will say there are definitely some tools that even though I might not use them as frequently, they're definitely still nice to have in the toolbox ready to go for when I need them. And here's the thing, a lot of those tools are pretty inexpensive. Whether you're treating yourself or you need some recommendations for the car audio guy in your life, here are my recommendations for some unique yet inexpensive must-have tools. For the first tool, have you ever had this issue where you have a fastener that you need to reach somewhere into an install? Let's say you have to kind of reach this fastener back to attach an amplifier or attach a speaker or something, and the darn thing just won't stay on your screwdriver. It keeps falling off. You're going to want to get one of these Magnetizer tools. Now, a quick note, I'm going to put a link for all of these down in the video description for you guys so that they're easy to find. But the way that this works is you can see we have the positive, the plus here, and this is to give our tool here some magnetization, and just simply do that. And now the tip of our screwdriver here is going to be magnetized where this screw will not fall off. Now notice that if we would like, we can also demagnetize. There are applications where we might want to do this. We don't necessarily want the screw to stick, or if we're working with sensitive electronics, and you can see now we are back to the screw no longer staying on. My next unique yet inexpensive tool recommendation for you guys are some of these needle nose pins. Now these come in a variety of different types and sizes. I really like this one because it has this little holder that you can put on your belt loop, and then you can easily put this away with a quick twist if need be. You can see it's going to be retained in the holder and not fall out. But what's nice about these, see how it has this long skinny neck? This is perfect for if you want to mark out mounting hole locations for something like an amplifier. A lot of times they have that long boss that goes down in, and it's impossible to use like a normal pen, whereas something like this, you can get down in there and you can transfer that hole. These just work really, really good for layout work. It's also nice that you have this long needle nose style tip that you can keep it kind of perpendicular to the work surface, and you can ride it up against the edge of a template. It just allows for nice, precise marking results while you are working on laying out a project. Next up, we have this guy here. This is a miniature T-square, and if you guys have watched the channel before, you've probably seen me using this or a longer version of it. And even though you've probably seen it before on the channel, I just want to share it again because I absolutely love this thing and I use it constantly. First of all, like I said, it is a T-square, so we can hold it up against the straight edge of a piece of material, and we can scribe a line in order to have a perfectly perpendicular line. But on top of having this ruler on the side here that we can use for making measurements, you'll notice that there's also all of these holes. For these, it works good to use a mechanical pencil, and what's awesome is we can easily scribe an offset line. Normally what you'd have to do is, let's say we wanted a 3/4 inch line, you would measure using like a ruler, you would measure in 2 spots, maybe put a straight edge on there and draw a line. With this, all we have to do is find the 3/4 inch hole, and you can see I can easily scribe that offset on here. And let's say that was for something like, you know, our mating piece of wood here, and we wanted to make sure that we only applied glue on that portion there, or if we were measuring out, so we would only paint the section we needed to and leave this area exposed for the wood glue. Lots of different options here. Even if we wanted to do a line for all of our fasteners, let's say that we wanted it perfectly in the middle and we were going to have a piece of wood behind here, and we wanted our fasteners perfectly spaced to go into that piece of wood. Half of 3/4 is 3/8. We could do a 3/8 inch offset. Super cool, easy to use, and incredibly handy. Next up, we have these unique pliers. Now, this exact model in particular of each of these is incredibly handy to have. I'm sure that many of you have a normal set of needle nose pliers in your toolbox, but what's nice about this kind of gooseneck style design here is these work really well when you need to pull off one of those retention clips where you can barely kind of get behind a panel and you need to pinch it in order to release the rest of the panel. These are very, very nice to have for that. And that's kind of the same case here. These kind of have like this pincher style design. It almost reminds me of something like a bug would have in order to like grab its prey. But these again work really well for releasing some of the different particular clips that you need to take out of a vehicle, along with also releasing wire harnesses. The fact that they have these two kind of points that come together rather than these two parallel surfaces. These are one of those things that, yeah, you could probably get away with using a normal set of needle nose pliers, but these are a lot easier to use in that particular case that you need them. Now, real quick, before we move on to the next tool, I do want to say a quick thank you to our show sponsor, New Concepts, and show you guys this. This is the basic distribution block. If you're not familiar with a distribution block in car audio, what this allows you to do is take a large wire feed and basically distribute it into several smaller wire feeds. Now, in their lineup, New Concepts has several different options of these, but what's nice about the way they've designed these is, one, you'll always notice that there are two inputs. The reason for this is you can have your main input, and then you can have a separate lead that daisy chains multiple of these together depending on your system design. Now, typically, anytime you change the wire size, especially on the positive side of the connection, you're going to want a fuse in order to protect that wire. So of course you can use different size fuses to bridge the gap here. They have different size outputs, but then the other thing that I really like about the design of these is you can use them on the positive side, of course, with the fuses, but you can also use them on the ground side with these ground links. This is nice because you can keep this same consistent distribution block design throughout your entire install. Frankly, these are quite simple, but that's what I love about them. They're reliable, they just work, and best of all, they're inexpensive, easy to get for your next car audio project. Be sure to learn more about them as well at the links down in the video description. The next tool that I definitely recommend for you guys is one of these 90-degree adapters. A spot that is frequently used in today's latest vehicles for a speaker is up on the dash, which means the windshield is in the way if we're trying to use a normal screwdriver to access it. So instead, to get into that compact space, we use one of these 90-degree adapters. Now, you could use a power tool, but I especially like to pair this with one of these ratcheting style screwdrivers. This makes it quick and easy to tighten and loosen the screws as needed when installing and uninstalling speakers. Also, the fact that you can easily change out the bit as needed allows you to have different amounts of clearance. You can use a small bit like this, and you can also use different fasteners depending on the fastener type, but this can really get in a tight, compact area with ease. Next up, the thing that we have in this box here is very useful when you strip out a wood screw. Have you ever gone to remove a wood screw or a fastener and the head of it is completely stripped out? That's where you want to use this set of speed out extractor bits. Try saying that 10 times fast. These are incredibly easy to use. What you're going to do is you're going to load this into your drill with this drill bit style tip sticking out, and you're going to kind of drill out the head of the fastener. Then you're going to take this out of your drill, you're going to flip it around, and now you're going to use the extractor tip. And what this does is it kind of bites into that small little hole that you just made, and it's going to allow you to extract that screw. Now, for you zip tie lovers out there, make sure you get one of these zip tie tools. What I like about this particular model is it has this little dial right here, and there's a small little window with a number that you can see, and you can use this to adjust the tension that will be applied to the zip tie. But as an example here, let's say that we're zip tying a bunch of different wires together, or if we're zip tying to hold these to an amplifier rack or something like that. Obviously, you're going to apply your zip tie like that, and these are really easy to use. You can tighten the zip tie by putting it in here. It's going to get tighter and tighter, but once it does get to the tension that you've set on the handle, it's going to cut it nice and flush so it doesn't scratch you or hurt you, and then you can easily get rid of this. It's really quick to set that tension and go through and cut multiple different zip ties in a project. Next up, this very unique looking tool. What the heck is this? This is called the Profiler Plus. The way that this works is, first of all, we can load some sort of drawing instrument into this slot right here. It could be a marker, it could be one of our long nose pens from earlier, or in this case, a mechanical pencil. And what's nice is this has a wide range of adjustability, so you can use a larger marker, or you can use something as small as this mechanical pencil. And we just basically want to tighten this onto it. And now the way that we can use this is to transfer a profile to something like a piece of cardboard or a piece of wood. This is really handy in the trunk of a vehicle or in the rear hatch. Let's say that you're trying to match the side profile of a panel and you want to make your own panel that's going to match up with it. You need to obviously grab that profile, and you'll notice on one side here it has these bearings which can easily ride against something like carpet. It's not going to get hung up. Or you can use this other side here, which is more pointed. This would allow you to get more of a detailed location if needed, if there was a bunch of geometry, and transfer that to a piece of paper, cardboard, etc. Now I want to hear from you guys. What tools would you pick up on this list? And are there some other tools out there that I don't know about yet that would be good to add to it? Don't forget, next time you are looking for a simple and durable and easy to use distribution block for your next car audio project, check out our show sponsor, New Concepts. You can learn more at the link down in the video description. A big thanks to them, along with Jerry and the rest of the Patreon membership team, for making these videos possible, and thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching.